how much exactly did you make over the last 30 days?
Well, in the last 4 months, it was 150K. The last 30 days, about 60 euros.
What do you think was like your biggest takeaway from the mentoring program?
The lead gen and sales process. It just works.
All right, welcome back. We're sitting here with Patrick McGibney, a client of ours, and he's been crushing it very much. And you live also here in Cyprus, and while I'm still here, we thought we'd get together and kind of talk a little bit about your experience over the last couple months.
Sure thing.
So first and foremost, numbers. How much exactly did you make over the last 30 days?
Well, in the last 4 months, it was 150K.
Nice.
And the last 30 days, about 60.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn. That was euros or dollars?
Euros.
Well done. That is
Yep.
more than I thought. Yeah. It's freaking cool. I knew the thing about the last 4 months, but I didn't know the last 30 days specifically. So, yeah, congrats. And you're in a very interesting B2B niche. So you're helping Microsoft 360 experts go from freelancing to basically building their own business around that. So it's a very classic, sexy B2B niche. And first of all, what the hell is Microsoft 360?
Well, Microsoft D365 to be specific.
All right, sorry,
Yeah,
I already butchered it.
No problem. It's a business application for businesses to run their daily operative stuff.
Yeah.
Let's put it simple.
Okay, and how did you come about that? I mean, when you started with us 4 months ago, did you already know that was going to be your niche?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Kinda because I did have a business before that. So I grew that over several years before I sold it. So I kind of wanted to teach other people on how to grow a business exactly in that niche.
Ah, all right. So you already knew it roughly. Then you came to us. We just carved it into stone, so to speak, and got your first clients. And you know, the cool thing about B2B niches is there's a couple things. Number one, in my opinion, it's easier to sell, because you're selling to other businesses, plus the whole idea of investing is kind of more easily justifiable, right? Yep. So when people come to you and they say, hey, listen, Patrick, can you help me make so and so much money by building my own business from it? It's easier, for them to justify investment. Yeah. So we always recommend B2B if you have a B2B skill, right? And so was yours. So yeah, that's absolutely epic. And how exactly are you getting your clients?
Cold outreach, mostly LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the platform we're using. A little bit Xing, but LinkedIn is the way to go.
Yep.
Really reaching out cold. Have all the scripts, the lead process, the setting and closing that you guys showed us. Works perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's dope. I've talked to someone earlier. I'm always kind of doing networking while I'm here in Cyprus, and I told him kind of what we do, and he's like, actually, what you guys do, Max, is like it's less of a mentoring program. It's more like a business in a box type of thing, and that's kind of how I've actually, now thinking back, I'm like, that describes it pretty well. So we gave you the business in the box of like niche evaluation, all the scripts. This is how to post on social media. Have clients come to you, kind of like the flywheel hybrid method as we named it, and that way it works. And what's crazy? Like you were one of the people that just like instantly made very good money. Sure, you also have higher ticket prices, but for someone looking at that, for someone coming in new, maybe in a similar field, what do you think was your biggest helper in terms of like you hitting the ground running so quickly?
Good question. I think what you just said, out of the box thing, you give the tool set, and you need to implement it, and obviously you hold people accountable, which is really good. And you guide the way. I mean, that's all about the mentoring. You're there side by side. You help them really implement the steps. And I think that's very vital for a lot of people to do so.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for the nice words. You giving me the props. I was actually more like asking, like, what do you think was it like for you? Like, what did you personally bring to the table that helped you execute so fast?
Yeah, that's even a better question. I mean, I got the expertise in that field because I built my own business before. It was a completely different business in terms of it was a consulting business. So we did the implementation, the software development within Microsoft D365.
Yeah.
But now building a mentoring business to teach other people, that was a different approach.
Yeah.
So we kind of reached out to different, but at the same time also the same customers, and nice. It was a different approach of selling. Yeah. And what I realized now after the last 4 months is it's unique in the whole world because we can reach out to everybody around the whole world, and everybody is giving us the feedback. I've never heard of this, mentoring within that niche.
It's
So
very
it's huge
unique, yeah.
potential.
Yeah. There's a couple things that really came together with you. It's like from working with you, I know you have very little ego, even though you already had a business before. So you just came in and you're like, oh, okay. And everybody who works with us like knows I can be very harsh sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right. So you just always implemented things. The other thing is obviously niching. People so hardcore underestimate how important it is to really define your niche well, especially with broader niches like business consulting, fitness consulting, dating advice, and so on and so forth. B2C, B2B, different niches. There's so many that are so easy to go too broad. But with you, we were like, let's hit that Microsoft 365 thing. For me, right, I was like, what is that? But that sounds very nicely niche down. And then when I did a little bit more research into it, I'm like, okay, there's not a lot of people that do that. No. And we have a similar situation, for example, in a B2C niche. A long-term client of ours, Max Gorloff, he does book writing coaching. Yeah. And it's exactly the same. It's like there's not a lot of book writing B2C coaches out there. So the more narrow you can position yourself, the easier of a time you have. And, that's one of the things that we do with our mentoring program is like, hold up. First thing we're going to look at is the positioning, right? Because a lot of people come in and they say, oh, help me get more leads, help me close more. And I'm like, all right, we will, but also let's get that baseline of the positioning first done. So, that's pretty cool. And what do you think was like your biggest takeaway from the mentoring program so far? Do you have like a highlight that stands out and for the others?
Let me think. I think the lead gen and sales process, that's really gold. I mean, you, as you just said, you need to build the base, right? The niche, the positioning and all that stuff, the USP, the offering, but how to approach, how to get clients. I mean, it just works, right? So reaching out, have the lead gen, have the sales process, and then all that other stuff that comes with it, that's gold.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. One of the funniest things I have to say too is like, your use of ChatGPT for a lot of the text that you're slapping out on LinkedIn. And to be fair, it's not like you just go in there, you copy paste some ChatGPT stuff in there, which is what everybody tries to do, and then it doesn't work, and then they wonder why. But I think with you, we've really hit that healthy medium very well of like using ChatGPT to kind of create the outline of a text. Exactly. And then I'm always saying like, let the Patrick shine through.
I'll need a second or third iteration, but then I'm confident with it. Yeah.
Exactly, and like add some of your own jokes in there, and then boom, all of a sudden it's so easy to write posts on LinkedIn. And the cool thing about that is like, ChatGPT is just a tool like anything else. And like if you half-ass it and you're just like, ChatGPT, write this for me, copy paste, it's not going to work.
No.
But if you know how to use it, which is also something that you and I have been working on closer together over the course of the mentoring, you can really make it work even better. You can put more output in, and you have some funny stuff that you sprinkle in between. So that's pretty cool. What does your daily life look like? Because I know you're here in Cyprus. We've hung out a month ago, I think, or something like that. Yeah. You're here at this exact place, and you seem like such a crazy personality. Like you told me about your diving and all these cool adventures that you're going on. How does your regular day-to-day look like with this business?
That's I'm a very strict guy during the week. Like very strict. Like I got my routines, and that's how like I've been doing that the past 15 years with my previous businesses.
Okay, good.
I get up at 5.
No shit.
Yeah, I go for a run with my dogs. I go to the gym at 6, and at 8 I execute. I execute till the evening, and during the week it's no fun with me, I would say, because I'm really concentrating on my stuff. But
I see your girlfriend is like, yep.
She's shaking her head, so I know it could be tough. But you're in Cyprus, so during the weekend or also during weekdays, whenever you want, it's your own business. You can do it whatever you want. But I think have the consistency. That's key for me.
It's so funny. Every entrepreneur that I talk to in Cyprus, and it's the same for me whenever I'm here, it's like during the week, you just grind it out. Yeah. Just shut up, grind. Like the only other thing that I do is I have my morning, my evening walk, and then gym in between 3 times a week. And then on the weekend, you're like, okay, let's ride jet skis, let's rent a boat, let's go check out some ruins, let's go smoke shisha, which we're going to do it later. It's just such a nice place to do that. Definitely. Because you have like kind of paradise here, but at the same time you have less distractions than in an average city, I feel like. Yeah. And you guys are around Larnaca, right?
Larnaca, Pravolia it's called.
Sick, all right.
Very small place. Yeah.
Beautiful. And the biggest, most important thing, you got the same watch now,
Yeah.
which I saw earlier when we came in. Like, I should have worn mine.
We didn't talk. We didn't talk before.
That's beautiful. So that came from the business money that you've made with us, or
Yeah, and partially before.
Yeah.
Well, you need to spend it on stupid things, right?
a little bit, yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit. You're allowed to do that. Cool, man. Anything else to add? Any last words for the viewer, for anyone watching this now?
Yeah, definitely. If you want to, grow your business, scale it up, especially in a mentoring or coaching niche, you need to have a plan. So I would always advise what you said before. I did grow my own business. It was also 6, 7, 8 figures before I sold it. So I made good money with it. That didn't prevent me of getting another mentor because I was in a different field of the ego thing. So I think the most people really need to, get their ego on point, learn from people who have done it, and it's a jump start. It's the same thing that I tell my mentorees, right? In that field, let's get that going. Let's execute the plan. It's gonna work. It's just about trust and invest the money in that thing, and you're gonna earn a lot more afterwards.
It's really cool that you brought that up, because I feel like, also with me, like the ego is almost like an onion that has different layers. So when I transitioned from just, like being a student to building my first business, I also first had to lay down my ego and be like, hey, I have no idea about business. Maybe I should get help. And then, got my first mentor, made my first million. But then there was another layer of ego around it, because I'm like, I know now how to make a million. I am, I arrived. And then I'm like, I was, falling on my face, metaphorically speaking. Exactly. And then I'm like, hold on a second. The last time I plowed through a barrier was because I dropped my ego. Oh, I should do it again. Dropped my ego, got another mentor, got a multiple 7 figures, and then again, I have the multiple 7 figures. And it always goes like that. It's just like you got to peel the next ego layer away. So, anyways, thanks for your time. I appreciate that. We're going to have some fruit plate plus some shisha now. Celebrate life, celebrate everything. And for the viewer also, if you're watching this and you get inspired by Patrick's story and you say, how the hell can I do this as well? How can Max and his team help me? We're going to put a link down in the description below for you to book a free call with me and my team. In that call, we're going to look at your business idea if you want to get started, right? You want to get started, you have nothing but an idea, if even. You don't know what steps to take. That's what we're going to do on that call. But also we're going to look at your current situation. If you're already making money, if you already have a business as a coach, consultant, service provider, and you want to scale this thing and you say, hey, I'm making 10, 20, 50K a month. Can you guys help me to get to hundreds of thousands each and every month? Same call, right down in the description below. We do have a little bit of a bottleneck right now because so many people book a call. So if the link still lets you through, it still means we have a spot open. This is not fake scarcity now. This is like actually, I told you earlier, we have to hire more people to help us out, handle all the people, which I'm very grateful for. So like I said, link down in the description below. Check out Patrick as well. I'm going to link your Instagram, your LinkedIn down below. So if you're a Microsoft 365 expert, you want to have his help, feel free to reach out. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.